Am I live? What have you all been doing? Hello? This is like a resurrection. I gotta say, I'm a little upset that my CD player isn't playing Mama Kin. Oh, here it is. Here it is. It doesn't work that well, but it's a Goodwill stereo. You know, when a guy's on a budget, he's got a Goodwill has to come through. I gotta say, Guns N' Roses Lies is one of my favorite albums ever of all time. Hello, how's it been? Yes, how you been? What happened? Anything? Did anything happen in these last 2 weeks? Huh? Did we? I don't know. So let me say hello to people. Let's say it's Mark, Mike, Jason, Mike, Patty, Jason, Phil, Kevin, Daniel. Number one is here. Hello. Vincent's here. Anthony Vincent. Um, so a lot of football this weekend. I'm sticking around here for a while. There's a championship game on. I haven't even followed football all year. I was in a fantasy football team, even though my family like really wants nothing to do with me. And that's funny because I have a family that didn't really I could have moved off the edge of the earth. They don't believe in a flat earth or anything. I mean, I come from a crazy people, but they're not like that crazy. But I could have moved off the edge of the planet as far as my family goes. And I got my first unsubscriber from the newsletter this week, but I still can't get Richard Chismar to block me on Facebook. Like, what's a guy got to do? I'm trying to sink your business actively. No, I'm not. That's a bit much. That's a bit much. There's a glare in the thing. Couldn't do quality control before the live. Sorry about that. Oh, you guys got hit with ads. Sorry. Yo, Mitch is here. Um, Ron's here. I forgot how to log into YouTube. It's been so long. I'm surprised I haven't been deplatformed yet. I'm working on that too. But really, Jill, turn on the time delay. Someone unsubscribed from the newsletter. Yeah, like what do I got to do to get Chismar to? And that's okay. You know what? I understand if I got something every Sunday that's like an old man screaming into the void, I wouldn't want to stick around for that either. So I don't blame that person. That's fine. And I know all I'm doing is encouraging everyone to unsubscribe right now because I'm a horrible businessman. But yeah, it's funny. All the people I want to stick around don't. Will it cost you a newsletter subscriber? Not Willow. You can't blame Willow. The person unsubscribed last week when I went hard at Undertow. That was last week when I talked about, and I use strong language. You know what? At some point, you just don't care anymore. You just don't care, and you just like everything. That's the problem when you have everybody pent up, and then they don't care anymore. It gets a lot worse than it needs to be. Yeah. Greetings and salutations. Stephen Wayne Ellison Jr. is here. He is a subscriber. He hasn't unsubscribed, which I'm shocked. I'm shocked. It was not me. I did think about it, but decided it would be rude. It wouldn't be rude. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. What do we got? Like, yeah, no quality control, no new shirt because it's a mantra. Yeah. Five Below, $5 shirt. What's up, Pizza Giraffe? The Jeff Ward newsletter showed me the Tyler Jones newsletter. Didn't know it existed. I didn't either. I don't know how long it had been around, but when I learned about it, it was right before I did the newsletter. And when I uploaded it, it gave some statistics somewhere that it had been it's been around for 9 months. So new to me, right? song right there to catch some Guns N' Roses. Stephen Wayne Allison Jr. is hanging on, hoping you will include a Suntup discount code in a future newsletter. Yeah, he's hanging in there. I string him along too. I let him believe that. A very limited, exclusive Jeff Word sale from Suntup on The Outsider, because that's a book he wanted, he requested. So, happy birthday to Anya Allborn. Yes, happy birthday to her. She won't be watching this, so that's just fluffery. Yeah, Gauntlet code, right after the Gauntlet code and after the Borderlands code. And Jeff is mean. Don't fall for his lies. Oh, I'm telling you right now, this is one of my favorite albums. So I'm all about the lies, misinformation, fake news. That's my bag. Let's check in with the Duff Bucket. I've been checking in with the Duff Bucket for 2 weeks, so don't worry about that. It's not like I was waiting for these excuses. Here we are. You knew what it was going to be. Got a few left. Thank you, Kevin. Cheers to you, Kevin, for keeping me inebriated, lubricated, motivated. I don't know. 7-second delay kicked in right there. I had to just watch the mouth a little bit. Is Philip mad you got his imprint wrong? Did I? I wrote Altar. Altar. Did I get it wrong? Did I really? Oh man, I need a proofreader. Did I spell Alter? Unpopular opinion, Guns N' Roses had 0 non-radio songs that were any good. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Really? Used to Love Her was a great song. Used to Love Her, which is right after this song. Here, let's get to it. This is a great song. Used to love her, but I had to kill her. Ray Kelly's thanking Jason for the book. The giveaways, man. The giveaways. Great way to end the year last year, man. I think if I ever do a Jeff Con, you guys are going to have to like listen to all this music. Like I can't play it. I'll get demonetized or whatever. But you're going to have to listen to a lot of loud music. I'm sorry. And then we'll have a game on. We can put the game on in the room for the bros that want to watch the game. Cheers, Kevin. Yes, cheers, man. I wrote Atlas? No, I didn't. Oh, man. I'm sorry. You know what? I think Philip's like, screw it. The link works. Right? Like, that's the important thing. Oh, I wrote Atlas. Oh, it's Alter. Stupid. Stupid Jeff. Stupid past Jeff. What can I do about that guy? He keeps messing up my future and my present. Past Jeff. Oh, if I could just get my hands on that guy, I'd beat him stupid. I mean, he's already stupid. Oh, but I'd rough him up good. Atlas. Oh, wow. I'm currently drinking a Sugarfoot Stout. Those are awesome. And have 3 more beers in the valley to drink after this. So damn good. You're in for a great night, Mike. I don't know why you're here. You could have a great night. You could have a splendid night. Yes, it was a typo. I saw it and giggled. Atlas. Oh. Jeff Con 2024. It'd have to be in Chattanooga. And you have to bring rubber underwears. Because we're going to put up some horror movies that you're going to crap yourself. That's a really weird thing to sell, a con, you know? Well, to be fair, Willow got his imprint wrong. Yes, Willow did. See? That's a degree of separation that my lawyers recommended I use Willow more. So I can't be lying. Like, she's an employee, you know. Just blame her. Thank you, Mike. See, you and Mike got my back. You and Mitch got my back. Just had to poke it. I appreciate it. I need QA. Mitch, that's his third strike, right? Flip for who gets to demote you. Demote me. I mean, you can't demote somebody who's at his bottom, right? Boom. It's bad. I'm telling you. When your family that you live 50 years with says Jeff who, and then you have this little ember of a newsletter, and you're trying to like, oh, we're gonna get this. I bet you the person who unsubscribed because of the typos. Just couldn't take it. Like if I wanted typos, I would subscribe to the Gauntlet newsletter, or I would buy the Borderlands little books. What bugs me about Borderlands is that Philip was supposed to do Edgar Allan Poe, little book Edgar Allan Poe, signed by Philip Fracassi. That would have been amazing. God, Fracassi freaks would have freaked out for good reason. Poe and Fracassi together in one treat? Blame the kid, Mitch. Good parenting, chat. Well, live stream it on the freak. Yeah. Live stream my demotion on the Fracassi Freaks group. The glare is going to bother me until I do something about it. Producer Jill, never mind. No, there's reflection possibilities. I was going to have you move the light, but then there'd be reflection possibilities, and then people would know you exist. You see, and not like this. Yeah, but it would have come with the boards for a different title. Yeah, it would have been like Edgar Allan Pope or Eddie Allen, or it would have said Stephen King. Because the truth doesn't matter to Borderlands. Thomas Monteleone, man, what a jagoff. Sorry. Just open the doors. Yeah, you know what? Thank you, Jason. Thank you. Boom. Oh, Auto Gnome came down. There you go. Yeah, that's better. That is better. Thank you. And it's quicker. So, picked up a Centipede prize a few days ago. The last crime title I needed, Richard Neely's The Plastic Nightmare. Well, congrats on the score. I am in a buying freeze, but I encourage people to buy things. God, I'm torn about this month's Suntup. I'm really, oh man, I don't know. You guys might have to hold my hand that day. Like we might have to hang out, and like you might have to support and encourage me that day that book is released. I worked on an interview, didn't happen. I reached out to someone close to that someone, didn't happen. I'm gonna prod him again because I'd love. I even offered to drive and interview the author. And oh my God, would that be awesome? I would buy all new gear. I mean, I would buy gear to go interview the author. Borderlands would have spelled his last name Fricassee. You can't blame Thomas Monteleone. It's text to type. He's like, hey, it's easier this way. Phil Fricassee. And then it comes out Fricassee. And then it's like, oh, well, I got to make it a recipe book now. Or not. It doesn't matter. See, that's the beauty of it. I aspire to be Thomas Monteleone, without all the rabid hatred he expresses. But, all the other stuff, the not giving an F about what you do. I guess I'm already there. You guys have seen this channel. I'm already there. Who am I kidding? We know you made up this producer Jill persona, Jeff. We don't judge you for Yeah, it's a desperation thing. It's just desperate. Like, I pretend there's a producer Jill. It takes the sting out of your family dumping you. And Dick Chiz not Oh man, I got other news. A bird flew into a raven flew into my window, and it was on my door, wherever that raven was, and it said, Kevin Lucia's leaving cemetery dance. Because you wouldn't believe it if I didn't add that noise. Kevin Lucia is leaving cemetery dance. So they had three people: Mindy, Dan Franklin, and Kevin Lucia. Now, Kevin Lucia he was going to revitalize that trade line. He was going to get that cash flow rivering right into the CD warehouse. He was going to get that going, whip it into shape it up, get straight, move forward, and so, but don't worry, they had, like I said, Kevin Lucia, Dan Franklin, and Mindy. So now Kevin Lucia leaves, but they're going to get someone in there to take his place. Don't worry about that. And that would be Dan Franklin. Oh, wait, Dan Franklin had a free day of the week? Like he could do two jobs? I guess so. So they're going to bring in Dan Franklin, who's already in, to do, maybe it's an interim thing. Maybe he's just like, I guess the chief job at Cemetery Dance is coming up with the excuses. So you really don't need two people for that. And Dan's like, I'm already writing all the excuses for the limited editions, jackass. You want me to write all the excuses for the trade editions too? Wow, I got to write 2 excuses a day? Okay. I'll just copy and paste the same tired bullshit excuse I use here and put it there. And then tell everybody to buy the goddamn Boogeyman book. Is this going to get me blocked? I don't know. Like I'm spilling insider secrets. The rumor mill. The rumor mill, man. The grapevine has many tendrils, and one of them reached out and said, Jeff. So maybe this will get me blocked. Maybe this will get, so I get the chiz off of me. But that's crazy. I mean, and couple that with the desperate moves that like Cemetery Dance, they have like a bottomless warehouse. Like they just keep finding shit. And I think that's a huge reason for that is just gross incompetence. I lived in a condo for 10 years, and there were common areas of the building that nobody owned. And the thing with that is, if nobody owns it, then nobody takes care of it. So people are like, that's not my problem. That's not my problem. And all of Cemetery Dance is Dick Chiz's problem. And he's been hands off. And other people are like, I don't like. Brian James Freeman tried to make it all work. And then he's like, I can only do so much. I have a passion for publishing and writing. And he is killing it over at Levidian. And kudos, he did what he could. But if Dick Chiz isn't going to care, you can't pay some. You could. I was going to say, you can't pay somebody enough to care. You can, but you can't pay somebody enough to replicate your passion. And if your passion started the business and it's died out like a candle in the wind, what do you can't just say, we'll give you another $50 an hour to care. It's, I don't know. So Kevin Lucia walked away and cited his day job or something was getting too busy. Like, well, what do you, and then that broke my heart because I'm like, we're not going to get another Into the Abyss live where we could look at his crotch while audio is all messed up and they just eat hamburgers. Mike, no one has any clue, including Philip. I bring it up every now and again. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, what else? I bought a book from the same seller, Book of Skulls. I bid on a few of his others, but he went out of my comfort range. Congrats. Okay. I was watching an old live this weekend. You asked Philip why he was doing a limited with Gauntlet, and he said money. What was it, and is it still happening? With Gauntlet? Really? He was? I don't remember. 182 left for the Anya book. That's a lot, but no one has any clue, including Philip. I bring it up every now and again. I got to see that. What live was it, Mike? Because I don't even know. Um, why not? The Chiz quit on them years ago. I know that's true. He's quit on his customers. On yeah. There's other tea to spill, but that really isn't my tea to spill. So I'm not going to spill it. But my anger at Chismar goes deeper than just. I mean, there's ever increasing waves of how much Chiz has shit on his legacy. He could write some of it. I mean, not he can't write his way out of a paper bag, but he could correct some of this. He could correct it. There's still hope he will correct it. Number one, block Jeff on Facebook. Number one. Other people do it. It's cool for them to do it. He can do it. So there's that. And number two is get your goddamn books out. I mean, not your books, the books people paid for like since 2013. That's the next thing. Jason, I always wonder about these collectors that sell off their entire lot. What leads them to do that? I think, Ron, I think that it can be fatigue. It can be like the thrill of the hunt doesn't thrill you anymore. You feel like you've maxed out all your grails. And then there is that thing where you get a grail, then you get another grail, then you get, and then you realize how absolutely the down part of that, right? The falling action of collecting. When you anticipate the book, you hunt for the book, you get the book. So you pre-order the book, then you get it in your hands, then you have it. And now what? Now the next book. And so if you keep chasing that, I could see how that feels like unfulfilling. But then when you turn around, you look at the books on the shelves and you're like, oh, Daddy's got some awesome books. It all comes back. But it can be tiring, and you run out of space. Will the stand come out this year? I think so. I hope so. That's one I didn't cancel. And that's the thing. Like, I want Chiz to block me on Facebook like other people have. But ads will run shortly for some viewers. Methinks not. Look at the power in these hands to just skip the ads. So yeah, I don't know what I was saying. So when you move into Baltimore, Jeff, you want me to take over for oh man, Kevin Lucia? I would love. You want me to do that? Jill, can I be the new guy? Can I be the new guy? I'll do it Into the Abyss where you're not looking at me in jean shorts with the camera at crotch level and then yell while the other person you can't even hear, and then there's an echo and you're like, I'm just talking about my crabs. Like, so I will go to Baltimore. I will. You know what? Give me that job. I ate your waffles is here. Nice. I didn't want the waffles. I'm glad you had them. I get dizzy. Do you ever do this? Like if you eat waffles in the morning and nothing else, like right around noon, I'm getting dizzy. My vision gets blurry. I like going to diabetic shock, I think. I don't know what it is. Who cares? You're guessing July for the stand. I don't know. According to their site, their production update page, which is the greatest work of fiction Cemetery Dance publishes, they are going to get it out in the winter, which means March 19th is the first day of spring. So you have until March 19th, Cemetery Dance. I got Bruises on a Butterfly to look forward to from Cemetery Dance, and then 2 copies of The Stand, Artist and Gift, because that is my favorite book. And at the time, they were one of my favorite publishers. So I got 2. And that's why it broke my heart to pass on Pet Cemetery. Oh, man, I could have had a matching number and all that, but nope. What's your dignity worth? I mean, like, seriously. I feel bad enough that I didn't cancel The Stand. So, and interesting thing is that The Stand, I have it sitting right there from PS, was announced after Cemetery Dance's The Stand, and I've had that on my shelf for ages. Hey, Peter's here. Good to see you. What's up? So almost done reading Child, had a couple of distractions. I'm in love with this book. It only gets better. It progresses. It's multiple. It's like 4 different books in one. Fantastic story. I loved it. I can't wait to read it again in perhaps a better form. I'm not saying anything. I'm not going to say anything. Just not. Yeah, one can only hope July. My biggest collecting issue is space. Yeah, I mean, my collection will go with me to the grave. Yeah, he couldn't write his way out of a wrong. I love that. Chiz is dead to me. I cashed out. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just wanted to hold on, and it's kind of fun. It gives me the giggles. I'm going to have to make some tough choices soon about how to fit more books in the house. You're just going to have to sleep on the floor. I don't know. Yeah, I've made a New Year's resolution to only buy what I want, not what everyone is scrambling for. That's always a great idea, Mike. That is always a great idea. That's always great advice. I mean, you should not want things just because others want things. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. What is everyone else's New Year's resolution as a collector, says Stephen Dwayne Nelson Jr., which is a good question. I love all my books. I'm running out of space, but I'll figure something out. Yeah, I know. I can't see myself selling anything. I love to look at them, and I've always got something good to read. Yep. All fronts, Patty. All fronts, I agree. Technically, you can't miss out on it until it gets printed. You're right. That is true. So wait, okay. I've sold so much over the years, yet still have the same amount of books. My resolution, know what I want, because if you don't know what you want, the doorman said, you end up with a lot you don't. Chuck Palahniuk from Fight Club, which I have to read. Love the movie. I resolved to try to limit my secondary market books to less than 10 books. That's an easy one because I stay off the secondary. So that's an easy one for me. Hey, David's here. Good to see you, David. Finish Heavy Oceans. I hope you loved it, Christopher. Did you like it? Love it. Yeah. These are all good resolutions. What do we got? My bookcase space is pretty much maxed out, and I have books on the floor. Some will go to Facebook groups, some to eBay, some to the library as a donation. Well, I got a little bit of space, but I got a lot of fat on these shelves. There's some stuff on here that doesn't deserve to be on here. So I want to get to 100% prime cuts of book. And I can piece out some of this garbage. Either and when I say that, I'm talking about like there's Chismar books. Like I got Wendy's Magic Feather. I'm never going to read that. Never. And it's the limited edition. And the only reason I haven't sold it is because there aren't enough morons out there that want it. There aren't. Nobody wants Gwendy's magic feather. Nobody. So I can't pawn it off on anybody at a price that's worth me putting up an auction and boxing it up and shipping it out. But again, when it comes down to it, if I really get squeezed for space, I can move it along. Then there's the Grady Hendrix set. I'm going to read Grady Hendrix. I think based on my video and the feedback I got, I'm going to start with Southern Book Club. I might make that a book club for the Jeff Word. New website coming, things coming. I feel like Zach from Zach's Books. Got a lot of stuff. If Danielle lets me live. So if I don't like the Grady Hendrix stuff, I'll have a nice set to sell. Boom, shelf space, just like that. Going to read the store. If I don't like the store, I'm going to sell the store. I just went back. What do we got? I just went back and looked. It was episode 33. Okay, episode 33. I got to look at that. Fracassi news in there. He doesn't remember. Sorry you're late, Dave. That's okay, David. Reinforced my fear of water. It's a great read. I love that book. I hope you guys like it. If you want to do it. Yeah, Zachary. Can I call you Zach? Soon my bed will go and I will be sleeping on stacked books. I don't think that's good for books, but I don't blame you. Update 1/4 of the Cemetery Dance production page. The stand now says printing to start this winter. Slipcase delays. Are you? Oh my God. Are you kidding me? They said we have it printed. We are just waiting on the tray cases and the slip cases. Now they're saying they're starting printing? Oh my God. I think I'm going to have a stroke. I think that's what's going to happen. I got to go there right now. I got to go there. Cemetery Dance. From January 4th. I'm going to pop a vessel. I swear to God, I'm going to pop a vessel. Let me read this to you guys. The stand. Yeah. 1/4/2024. We are finalizing the last pieces of design. Due to the recent closure of our preferred slipcase manufacturer for the Doubleday years, it may experience some small delays. Small delays? Wow! Are you kidding me? Small delays? We are anticipating to start printing this winter. Oh, oh man. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, I read that and I think, how stupid am I for not screen grabbing every goddamn production update on the stand to show how this story has some plot holes in it, Richie Chizzy Chiz. There's some plot holes in your story, man. Yeah, I guess we should take a screenshot right now. It really, at this point, doesn't matter. And then there is the Wayback Machine. You can go back and look at it, but holy shit. I mean, there are okay, I'm from Illinois. I'm from Chicago. I moved to Tennessee. There's only so many times the same people can lie to you and you accept it and continue on with those people. That's called stupidity. I mean, that is just when people continually lie to you and you continue, yes, no, you're right. You deserve all my accolades and my votes and whatever. When they continually lie to you. Oh my God. Printing this winter. Oh my God. I mean, I feel like, yes, I feel like this is danger. Like if I had a Fitbit on, it would be like calling an ambulance to the house. It'd be like beep beep beep. Oh, we got a medic alert. I don't have a medic alert. Well, your Fitbit went into a panic mode, was really worried about you, and called the goddamn hospital. So you got to come with us because you're about to die. That's like what would happen right now if I had a Fitbit. Oh my god! And then it's like I have it's like I have turbulence. I have emotions, right? And then I'm hit with a wave of hysteria, like because it's so goddamn funny on some level that it's like oh my god, Homer Simpson's hilarious until you know a real Homer Simpson in real life. Then you're like, okay, it's really not that funny. This guy is like really, I don't know how he functions. And then, The Office is funny when you see Michael Scott running The Office. And then you see the reality of a real Michael Scott, and you're just like, this isn't funny, dude. Like, you got people you have to be accountable for, and like you can't be this like why are you in this position? Like, oh, oh, but then you know what? I take that, the coping mechanism kicks in. I got a little Jeff Word stout. Oh my God. The balls of the chiz. Okay. Okay. All right. Tylenol. Okay. I'm really, I'm trying. Jeff, don't read these CD updates. I would ask for my money back from CD untrust. Yes, I mean that's the adult thing to do. That's like that's what I'm saying. Like the CD should not be in business for another goddamn minute. But here's the problem: they have employees to pay, authors to pay, and customers to pay. And if they go into bankruptcy and they roll up the circus tent, then you're out money. So like the more people see that shit and take their money out, the more likely they're never going to get this book. And I mean, so yeah, smart money takes their money out right now. Smart people go right now and get their money out. I, yeah, yeah. It's a run on the bank. George Bailey's not going to show up though to save Cemetery Dance. Yeah, I mean, yes, don't do not. I mean, I got bruises on a butterfly coming, but you couple that update with Kevin Lucia stepping down and all the insane emails I've gotten from Dick Chiz lately about buying they did a Dick Chiz bundle of Dick Chiz books, right? Nobody likes his books. His books are just like blah. Half of them are Stephen King, like who phoned it in. Hey, I wrote this on a napkin, Dickie. Why don't you go finish it? Okay. uh, then the other ones nobody cares about. And he's gonna bundle that like you're getting some prize, and then yeah, eBay auction. So like I was saying earlier, there's a bottomless hole in Cemetery Dance where they keep finding things that they forgot about due to gross incompetence, and they sell it on eBay. And they recently had like a slipcase sale on eBay. They're really, really trying to pump money into it. And the thing is, there are a lot of people. I still have an order in for the stand. I still have it in there, right? So there are still people that have skin in the game because at one point we believed in them. And it's like he had to try really hard to fail. There were people pissed off at me. I saw it in the CD forums. One guy wrote, I can't take the Jeff Word because he keeps bashing Cemetery. Well, he's a jagoff. Like, if you saw a guy like drowning kittens, would you be mad at the guy drowning kittens? Or would you be mad at the guy yelling at the guy for drowning kittens? Dickhead. So be mad at me. I'm like, this is stupid. Like, yes, it's not fun. And that's why I wrote in my newsletter, I'm going to be calmer. I don't want to be a curmudgeon. I don't want to find problems around every corner, all that stuff. But at some point, you have to have a backbone. You have to call bullshit. Tylenol. Oh my God. What's the last thing CD printed and sent? Yeah, it was an interview with a vampire, which they sold like what in 2015. I don't remember when they took orders for that. I'm gonna scroll down. Just drink your water. Cooks and waitresses need your money. Don't leave. Yeah. What'd you say? wait. I didn't see that. Where? I know you got to get involved, Jill. You got to get over and get involved. If I'm missing something, you got to get involved. Cash out while the check's still clear. Yes. With a business that is run this poorly, I'm not sure I would trust that the product they produce will even be worth it. You know, I got to say, like, there's some stuff there's nothing I've gotten from them that I didn't like. I was disappointed with the paper and Night Shift. But all the books I've gotten from them have been okay, except the hardcover Gothic. That's a good point, Jeff. CD lost their slipcase manufacturer, then that's bad news. Their slipcases are the best thing about their books. Way to dish, Peter. Sorry I didn't see your other comment. Producer Jill saw it and she doesn't want to get involved. No, I'd be mad at the guy who's recording it on his phone, yelling at the guy who's driving drowning kittens. Oh, yeah. If you're recording on your phone and you're not intervening, yes. Well, let's just say the video's already done and then the guy's, I don't know. It was a stupid analogy. I'll admit it. What did Peter say? That now I got to see this. Oh, yeah. Next thing we'll hear from CD is that they will announce the stand. Announcing the stand. And that's the thing. Like, they upped the price since I ordered it. And there are some people who would be like, oh, the stand? There's a limited edition of the stand coming out? I'll buy that. And they'll get the increased price. So maybe shaking off some of these pre-orders isn't a problem because then they're going to get more in $24. I don't know. I don't want to figure them out. Oh, Christopher's trying to bring it back to sanity. No producer is going to clear their slate for CD to send them an order for slipcases once per year. Yeah. You're right. You're right. Anyone spring for Centipede yesterday? I know that people did. You don't want to get Nightscaped. I said Night Shift. Did I say Nightscape? Do they actually send a real refund check? All right, here you go. I could show you this because it's my old address, so I'm not giving anything away. This is my favorite Richard Chismar signature. So Jeff Terry sent to me, right? And this is it. This is my favorite Richard Chismar signature. Look at that. Look at that. Jeff Terry, refund. And apparently he thinks it's like a French word, and then he capitalizes the F. Refund. And then there's his signature. So this was not Mindy. This was not Dan Franklin or anybody. That's a Richard Chismar signature on a check. And then it's signed by me on the back. Double signature. So yes, you will get a check. This is 5 orders I canceled. And I got it on 8/17/20. And I kept it in the, slipcase that it came in with Cemetery Dance stationery right there. All official. Look, I even did a great job opening it. Like, I didn't wreck it. I opened it real nice like. So this is in mint condition. The Jeff Word refund check from Richard Chismar. I will sell it to you for $500. That's a joke. It's a stupid joke. When I say it's a joke, it doesn't mean it was a good one. Oh man, I'm like literally sweating a little bit. Literally. I can't chill, Jill. What do we got? Do the action? Yeah. Um, I'll be getting Dark Carnival. Okay. Yeah. Well, you're a subscriber, Jason. So I don't think you need to say what you're getting because you're getting them all, right? Um, I got Carnival, but not Lieber. Jeff, enjoyed your piece on Undertow. Seeing Nazis behind every bush reminded me of a bit of Midworld, seeing racism in an email query where none existed, but it was quick to see it and call out. So, yes. So there was Midworld that called everybody a racist, which was and my anger at their outrage is that they are actually making it easier, or they're actually taking the sting out of these really traditionally horrible things. Being a racist used to have weight. Now everybody's a racist, right? And when you call everybody that you don't agree with a Nazi, then it doesn't even matter. And then you have people marching in the street calling for the Jews to be annihilated from the river to the sea. That's real Nazis. Is that being called out? So yes. I just feel like, and then there was one where Bad Hand Books, the Doug Monroe of Bad Hand Books spoke at a school board talking about banned books. And I was thinking about doing a show about banned books because there's no goddamn thing as banned books. If you can buy a book, it's not banned. I used to think, I told producer Jill, I'm like, the only banned book there is in the US is the Anarchist Cookbook. And then she showed me an Amazon listing for the Anarchist Cookbook. You could buy it. You could buy that book. I think there was one book about how to get away with murder, and that somebody took out from the library. They followed it to a T, except they didn't do one step and they got busted. That book you can buy. You can buy a book on how to build bombs. So there are no banned books. It's just moved to a different part of the library. But when people create this hysteric about something and then you read into it, then you don't believe anybody anymore and everybody's crying wolf. So yes, when he's like, ugh. And you know what really devalued Mike's email from Undertow was when he was like, MailChimp. I used to have MailChimp, but now they want a shit ton of money. Oh, you're using the free thing, which is exactly what I'm using. It's absolutely free. I can have up to 800 or 500 subscribers get an email for free. So this is MailChimp's work. They've built this technology. They've built this platform that I'm enjoying and using for free. And I'm going to be mad that then they want to charge money for it because you got to 501 and now you got to pay. Well, how about you give me your books for free then? What, your labor is not worth anything? God, it just pisses me off. God, I will calm down. I swear to God, I will calm down. I will so calm down. I'll calm down so fast. I'm calming down. Yeah, my face is red. Oh, jeez. I gotta chill. You know what? Just gonna do this. I got my 4 hardcover books bundle from Tyler Jones' website. Was surprised. Dark Side of the Room was also signed by Philip Fracassi. I've got to get over there to the Tyler Jones site. I got to get Heavy Oceans. He showed a picture of the hardcover. It looks beautiful. Oh, okay. I'm calming down. Calmer than you are. Not banned. You can still buy it. Exactly. Now, I will say I don't like over-regulation, like, oh, this book or whatever. Like, I was a 14-year-old or 15-year-old and I read it. And there's some stuff in there, right? So I'm not for censorship at all. If there were truly banned books, I would be livid, right? But if you can't read the book in a public forum, like a school board meeting, then maybe you shouldn't be giving it to like 7-year-olds. That's all. It's a little common sense. And I think common sense is taking a holiday. It's ironic for me to say that. Our company had that book for our homeland security exercise we did around the country. Damn, yeah. How to build a bomb. I remember Al Jazeera magazine. No, was it? No, it wasn't Al Jazeera. It was because Al Jazeera is a legitimate news outlet now. But there was Daesh. Um, what is man? On my brain scrambled. They had a the Boston Marathon bombers used "How to Build a Bomb in the Kitchen of Your Mom" magazine. Anyway. Oh, Russell's here. Sorry, Russell. I'm going to calm down for Russell. Russell needs somebody to be calmer than you are. Yeah. Jared is amazing. The amount and quality of books he puts out is mind boggling. That's a positive. Thank you for throwing me that life preserver. I think it's funny. I go into libraries here and there and have a banned book section. Yeah, I think that's funny. It's funny. I got to sleep. You all have a great even weekend. Take it easy, Phil. Okay. Tell me your secrets. How did you find Mother? It's a Grail. Philip Fracassi Grail. Producer Jill's coming in hot. I got an arc of Turn Up the Sun today from Tyler Jones. You son of a biscuit. Nice. Nice. Oh, by the way, Stephen Wayne Allison Jr. shared it on Facebook or somewheres, Instagram. They're giving away Oracle arcs. Now, Thomas Oldehuvelt told me I'd be getting an arc of Oracle. So I hope I am. He sent it off to Tor Nightfire, so maybe I'll be getting one because I will read that with a quickness, and I will have him on the channel again to justify his awesome writing for Oracle. But yes, so an author friend mentioned offhand that he thought he had a copy, then I wore him down over a period of months. Stephen Wayne Allison Jr. could do that to a guy. I'm surprised banned book discussions are even happening anymore. In my experience, it's terribly hard to find young people that are reading much these days. It's a shame. That is another issue. Yes, that is another issue. Like my son has no interest in reading anything other than manga. He likes manga. And then there's a thing called light novels where it's basically an illustrated edition. And he's like, I don't know if I want that. I'm like, it's like a picture every fourth page or whatever. But yeah, they take in media. And you know, the rub of it is, and again, I'm just a crotchety old dude, but I still don't feel like there's anything better than a book. Like audiobooks are okay if you're in the car a lot. I think that's a great option. And if that's the way you want to ingest your books, it's great. It's fine. But I don't like that interference between me and the author. I don't like somebody reading it and then your enjoyment is dependent on their delivery. Kind of don't like that. You know, I like I kind of want you know, I don't want a layer between me and the written word. And then e-readers, I just can't dig reading on a screen. And so it is a shame. And I hope with all the book talks out there and all that other stuff that people can connect to the written word in a way that doesn't just involve extreme horror. Yikes. It seems to be where everybody goes now. Start them young. I taught 4 out of 5 of my nieces and nephews to read before they were 5. They love books. Have to get them early. I know, and I thought I did some of that, but I think I know my one son does like to read, and I just try to get him to do it more. And then my daughter is just a creative genius. Like she doesn't want to really ingest it; she wants to produce it, right? So, and she's very visual. So, it's awesome. I love seeing that. All right. Okay. Don't worry, everyone. I have no arcs in transit. I really, really wish I could get. I'm gonna buy Turn Up the Sun. So and that's the thing about Willow's Corner. I really like it when you could just buy direct from the author. I think it sucks that you have to, and I don't like to see them put in that extra work of boxing, shipping, sending. Um, but I'd rather pay an author $30 for a $20 book. You know what I mean? I'd rather, because they're getting the book less than retail and they can make more money selling it direct to you. So, you know what I mean? So, and then the royalties eventually kick in, hopefully. So that's what I want. That's why I would encourage everybody. Jeff Strand has a store. Tyler Jones has a store. Philip Fracassi, and then you got Brian James Freeman and everybody, and Chad Lutsky. Go right to it. I'm just glad I grew up at a time before cell phones and constant internet access. Me too, Jason. I think that was great, and I think we're just old. I'm like, people are like, how could you have lived without like Googling an answer to a question, finding all the world's information at your fingertips? It's so funny. It's like, oh, if I only had all the world's information at my fingertips, I would find out who Ariana Grande's dating. Like, that's what you're using it for. What's the matter, Jill? What? I am curmudgeon-y. Jill wants to get involved, but she doesn't want to get involved. Thanks for mentioning Philip's store, Atlas. Atlas. Go to Atlas. Alter. I can't change an email that's already sent. Atlas. I can't believe I did that. Oh, I forgot. I got to read Mean Spirited by Nick Roberts on Christmas Day. And oh my God, it's so good. I was very lucky to get on his ARC team. Read it when it comes out. Read it if it comes out when you like horror. 17-10 is the score of the championship game that's going on right now. I wish Stephen Graham Jones had a store where you could sell me his older titles. I got to read him too. You bring him up. I got to read him too. Philip offers personal inscription from his store too, which is awesome. That is the bonus. That is the absolute bonus of ordering direct from the authors. You get that signature. I've been chasing Jeff Strand's Dweller forever. And I'll say that when I saw Jeff Strand at that event, I took pictures. Did I do a video? I think I did a video. Yeah. He was selling his books at a table, signed right in front of your face, signed while you wait, for $10. I'm like, damn, that's awesome. And I got every book I didn't have, but he didn't have Dweller. And I've been meaning to get that because Ron highly recommends that book. And I've got to get it. And I got a stack of Jeff Strand books that I got to read, man. But Stephen Graham Jones is another one. And yeah, getting those inscriptions. It's fun because if you order from Philip and you get a book from another publisher, another author, he'll give you a book plate that's like ex libris, from the library of Philip Fracassi, and he'll sign it. That's fun. I mean, if you're a Philip Fracassi fan, you don't have to glue it into the book, you drangus. You can just have it. My son isn't very interested in reading either. I read with him when he was little, but it's not his thing. He's a math and science kid. Yeah, he'd love The Outsider. He did love The Outsiders, though. Yeah, I mean, reading's not everybody's bag. Producer Jill's sister hated reading, and she would have been an incredible veterinarian. Yeah, that stout's kicking in, and the stroke. So yeah, it's not your bag. Don't waste time. I hate forcing people into boxes where it's like, you should do this because I like it. No, I mean, it's not your thing. You're not your thing. Does Jill need to chime in again? Yeah. She chimes. She chimes like a grandfather clock every 15 minutes. Love Mongrels. I got to read that one. I have that one. Yeah, I have bought from Philip, Tyler Jones, Nick Roberts, Christopher Triana, all direct and can't be happier. All signed and inscribed. I'm looking to include more direct buys this year. Yeah, so go check out Jeff Strand. Have you read Jeff Strand, Mike? Because I think you would like him. And he's got a ton of books for sale. I prefer direct buys. I have been doing it whenever I could. Yeah, I would. So direct buys are awesome. I don't like putting extra work on the author, but I like that they're getting every dollar for that book, right? Or at least the majority share. And the next step is buying from bookstores they have a relationship with, So they like Jeff Vandermeer had that bookstore, Midtown Readers. Blake Crouch had the bookstore in Colorado. They all have these relationships, and you can buy direct from those. I don't mind paying that money to a bookstore, an independent. Like if my goal was to get something, just a transaction, then yeah, Amazon's there, Barnes and Noble's there, Books a Million. But if they have a relationship, and then the next level was VJ, but they're closing up shop. But that was always my go-to if I didn't know they had a relationship with a store. We have 6 kids. I have 3 of them reading now. 11 grandkids. Sweet baby Jesus, Mike. Wow. Well, congrats. Cheers to you, man. Cheers to you. No, but I have 3 of his books on his shelf. Put him in near the top, Mike, if you can get to him. Read him. He read Clowns versus Spiders. I didn't read that one. I didn't read Demonic. I did read Pressure, and then the sequel to Pressure, which was Deathless. I don't remember. No, the sequel was better than Pressure. But anyway, check him out. You should get up there. And Brian Keene just opened a bookstore as well. Yes, I saw that. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah. I watched an older interview with Stephen Graham Jones recently where he talked about the fact that he had intended to write a sequel at one point, but never put it to paper. For Mongrels? VJ's closing. They have been saying that for months now. I know, but I mean, they had the retirement sale, and then they said, no, for reals, we're closing. So they are. They're going to, I think. I don't know. What do I know? Just a rageaholic, addicted to that rage. So we did talk about Jeff Strand. I do think it's a bummer. I don't know if you saw Jeff Strand and Lynn Hansen are getting divorced, or I don't know if it's final yet. That's a total bummer to me, because she did his covers, and then there was So it's a bummer. It's a bummer, but it's between them. So we talked about Dick Chiz bundle. Tyler Jones has a subscription thing. You could sign up and get something for free, but then you could pay and get stuff, get goodies, So I had that. Philip Fricassi's Patreon had his first short story published. You got to support Philip Fricassi on Patreon. You have to. I mean, you got to. So, and the lettered editions for Beyond Behold the Void and Beneath the Pale Sky from Thunderstorm, those are out, and everybody's raving about them. Those who were lucky enough to, number 1, afford them, number 2, get them. Okay, good on you. I'm happy for you. I'm going to break into your home later and take them. But, and you know who I'm talking to. You know exactly who you are. But they're out and they're awesome. So they're out and they're real and they're spectacular. Kim at Camelot is back at work, thank God. Camelot's another one to buy from. Camelot. I have read 5 physical books and 3 audiobooks since the New Year's. Well, you are an animal. You are an animal. Mitch, talk about the leather. Slappable leather. Jeff, you got to put on. Jeff, going to put you on the spot. Months ago, you said you had some insider info coming on upcoming SST titles that Paul sent you. Please tell me that will you be getting an SST edition of Savage Season? I don't know that one. What I got at the time was Paul Bearer's Club, Daphne, and I think Cold in July. Everything that's come to fruition was what he hinted at. But I didn't hear anything about Savage Season. I bet you he will. He's doing Cold in July. Yeah. I'm guessing since Zeissing did that and Cold in July both initially. Yeah. Happy New Year, Chad. I didn't say Happy New Year to anybody, but Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Now, Peter, I skipped over your comment. You said the CD update page is fun reading. Why would you want to send me back there? Why? Is there something I missed? What did I miss? Let me look. I'm looking. I'm just, you know what? I'm 4 Halloweens is a pre-printing check since March 31st, 2023. Flight or Fright, the artist edition is waiting on a signature for the lettered edition from March 31st, 2023. Oh my God. Oh, I mean, this is infuriating. I'm boiling. I'm getting so mad. Shivers 8, the limited edition, which is one I canceled. I canceled that one. That's that check I showed you. One of those books was part of that. The limited edition is ready for the printer, right? When's the date? March 31st, 2023. This book has been ready for the printer since March 31st of last year. Ready. It's ready. Then there's the stand. Oh my God. Tomorrow's Journal by Dominic Kinsella is another one I canceled. Ready for the printer. Planned to print with the rest of the forthcoming grab bag deal, which is one I bought. And that is from March 31st, 2023. You seen a theme here? Turn Down the Lights. That is my oldest pre-order from 2023. Limited edition requires a pre-printing check, but they haven't had a chance to do it since March 31st, 2023. I can't look at that anymore. I know, like, this is a way to make me pop a vessel, but I just can't do it anymore. Can't do it. The leather on the Fracassi Thunderstorm lettered editions is so soft. It's so soft. It's buttery. Would you say it's buttery? After years of audio and ebooks, I'm back to physical books. It's nice. Jeff, don't read it. I just did, and it's not fun. Oh my God. I read a paper book this weekend, The Spirit of Place from Earthling. Short but pretty good. 4 stars. Yeah, I gotta breathe. I would guess the Night Runners before Savage Season. If he does Night Runners, I will be over the moon. I don't have that book. Since the latter is before Savage Season, because that's happened, Leonard, and he may not want to start down that series unless you're going to do them all. I just wrote and canceled an order from January 2017. Oh, Mark. I'm sorry, Mark. When did you pre-order Turn Down the Lights? 2013. 2013. It was a $75 book. I pre-ordered the artist edition, and it was going to be signed by the 9 artists. It was a $75 book. I had a $50 off for that book, so I paid $25 in 2013. It's 11 years ago. Well, I mean, if you're just going by numbers. I don't remember what. It was probably November. So, yeah, it was 10 years ago. Oh, my God. I haven't read Night Runners, but definitely plan to. I think a lot of people talk about that book. Chad, you haven't read Night Runners? Lansdale Night Runners? Yeah, she's shocked. Mike is shocked. It's okay, Mike. Paul told me long ago that he would love to do the entire Hap and Leonard series, but that he was having trouble with rights. Yeah, I mean that would be. He's awesome. SST is awesome. Turn Down the Lights needs a pre-printing review, like before printing. A book that went on sale 10 years ago and was printed as a trade edition, and I saw in thrift stores time and again. It came out as a hardcover and I think a paperback trade edition like a decade ago. The artist edition, though, we're going to have to put other eyes on that. It's bad. I mean, really, like if you just like I know it's sort of funny because you know it's bad and then it just becomes white noise because you know it's bad and you're like, yeah, Cemetery Dance is a mess. But then when you really drill down and you look at their production update page, and then you have in the back of your mind that the people that were minding the store are gone. Brian James Freeman, the heart of that operation, obviously gone. Then Kevin Lucia, who was handed a ball and just fumbled it every step of the way, he's gone. So you don't even have bad help at this point. And you see the product, like who is updating that page? Nobody. There's nobody there. It's empty. And then they're going to start printing the stand. Brian James Freeman had a picture that used to be on that product update page of a book block of it all printed. My thought is the printer printed this book and is not going to release it to Cemetery Dance until they pay the ransom. Pay us what you owe us, and we'll send you your book. Or they have it printed, it's in the warehouse, and the same thing is happening with the slipcase maker. Pay us what you owe us, or you're not getting these cases. Because there's F around and find out. Other businesses depend on them paying the bills. So there's that impact. If everybody took their money out of CD and they folded, all these other businesses would be hit. It's a bad situation. Oh yeah, he needs to do a Night Runners. I got to read that. I can neither confirm nor deny that I just pre-ordered a secret Thunderstorm book that y'all are going to be very interested in. You're a bastard, Mitch. You're a glorious bastard. Be less secretive about your secrets, maybe, coming from the guy who kind of spilled the tea on Centipede Press, man. Little bit. I heard that too, Jason, which goes to my thinking it's not Savage season. My secrets will be revealed in a week or two. Oh, boy. I'll say this. Within hours of getting Lucha's announcement, I've gotten prompt emails from the person in charge now. Feeling a little better. Really? That's great, Chad. I'm really glad to hear that. I'm really glad. Hopefully that's maybe there was a roadblock. You know what? I have an open mind. My mind is so open, everything falls out. But I will reserve judgment until facts come in. You got to wait for the facts. But maybe Dan Franklin will do a better job. Maybe there was a roadblock with Kevin. I mean, he sure seemed incompetent for that Into the Abyss podcast disaster show. So maybe he was a problem. Maybe that Dan Franklin's got the energy and the ideas and the passion to bring it to, and that would be so lucky for Dick Chiz if he had somebody like that. I mean, where's W.H. Chismar? Why doesn't he take over Cemetery Dance? Because obviously Richard Chismar can't be bothered or is too tired or is pursuing other things. Let the next generation lead. Step out the way. But I'm glad to hear that, Chad. That's good news. CD updates on 1-4 included Stephen King Revisited and Face in the Crowd. The Stephen King Revisited is a really infuriating title because it's Richard Chismar he's writing book reports He thinks you want to buy a book report, what he thinks of Stephen King books. I don't know that that's what anybody wants to read. Haven't been happy for a minute, but I do know Lucia's life is absolutely compounded with stressful things that have to do with his child and his surgeries. That I didn't know. Yeah, that's damn. Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. It's like we all go through stuff and there can be dark clouds and all that. And I don't wish ill health, especially on a kid, geez. Um, with his child. Like that's dude, yeah, you have to take care of business before you take care of Dick Chiz's business, for sure. Um, so yeah, I could see that. Um, so I hope everything works out with him and his health and his child. I'm not a monster. I mean, I am kind of stupid, but I think I can guess the book. Let's just say it's an author Jeff has interviewed in the last couple of years. I interviewed quite a few people. I wish my interviews were more popular. It's my favorite thing to do in the lives. For the big thunderstorm, folks, do any of their tiers lettered feature sewn binding? It really bugs me that they do a glued binding. Makes it hard for me to really consider their stuff. Well, I could show you. I only have one thunderstorm lettered, and it is for this awesome author that you may or may not heard of, but he's Chad Lutsky, and Cannibal Creator is an awesome book. This is a lettered edition, and yes, this leather is very soft. It was cheaper than the Fracassi lettereds, but those were fully leather bound, and this is just quarter bound leather. Although these embossed areas, I don't think that's a leather inset. But anyway, I regret to inform you, Jason, that I believe these are also glued bindings. I believe. I can't be 100%, but you can make the judgment on what that is. I believe they are glued. It does look perfect bound. So make of that what you will. I am thrilled to have this, a Chad Lutsky lettered edition. And I have letter O. So this is a great read, man. You got to get it. I also have the paperback, because that's how I roll. That's the one I read. Yeah, let's hear your guess, Stephen Wayne Ellison Jr. If you can guess the book that's from Thunderstorm, from an author I've interviewed in the last year. Is that what Mitch said? Last couple of years. I think I can guess the book too. I hope it's the book I think it is, but I also hope it's not. Because I got no money, man. I need the money. Where's the money, Lebowski? Because if it's the book, I hope it is. I'm going to want it real bad. Remember what I said earlier about how the thrill of the chase can wear thin and then people kind of fall back and are like, tired of scoring these books. The joy is short lived. Well, I'm not at that point, obviously. I really want these books. That's a neat look. It's really nice. It is glued, I believe. Jason, my guess was just confirmed in a DM by Mitch, what now makes it a spoiler. You may not have read the author yet, but I think you would like them. Let's hear it then, Jeff. The clue was in the author's newsletter. Oh, look at that. I bet you it's a Tyler Jones book then. Yeah, you could have told us before confirming. Or you could have said, this is my guess, and not have mentioned anything about Mitch. My hope The book I would hope to see Thunderstorm do would be How the Skin Sheds by Chad Lutsky. That's what I would want. Willow's having issues if somebody wants to take care of Willow. She won't write my newsletter if she's not happy. Can you guys hear that? That's the only reason I mention it, because she's crying really loud. Poor neglected dog. Really? Oh, Willow. I hope you get the attention you need. Cancel that CD crap. I think I may know. I got an email today from someone that it could be. Just got home and I missed the Jeffy Jeff show. I was wondering where you were, Max. Hans. I missed the rant. The author has attended a live. Oh, I bet you I know. Hi, Hans. There have been several rants. Yeah, I've been very emotional, and it's been a roller coaster of emotions, Hans. I think now that you're here, I'm going to stabilize. I'm going to be like, okay, Hans is here. I can live up to this shirt. Everything is fine. I can be fine now. That would make it either Chad or Philip. Did we talk about Dan taking over full-time CD stuff? Yes, we did, Hans. We sure did. We sure did. But more importantly, Hans, go over the Cemetery Dance production page. Lots of joy there waiting for you. I swear to God. Oh, you know what I don't like? I like this shirt, but this neck is real tight. I don't know. I don't like the neck because when your blood pressure is going and you feel real hot, you're like, oh. I didn't know they made Ghost Rider mood shirts. Yeah, $5 at Five Below. I know it does look like Ghost Rider. I don't know if Marvel has pursued legal action. Hold please. This is gonna make a squeaky noise. Yeah, that wasn't that bad. But I had some show and tells. I have the Magus. I don't know if you saw that. I unboxed it. This is a literal 6-pound book, literally, and it is gorgeous. Look at that book. Did you see it in my unboxing? It's gorgeous. I can't wait to read it. Oh yeah. Smell it, Beef Daddy. So it's a little show and tell. But more importantly, I got a couple of awesome things. It was very cathartic. Yes, it was. But it almost ended me. As Phil pointed out, my face got a little red. I do have high blood pressure. So it could have very well been like a Faces of Death episode here where local moron, which they always say local, but I guess that would be in a Chattanooga newspaper. Local moron from Chicago dies during a Facebook live or a YouTube live stream. That's what it'll say. Local moron is too stupid to live. Gets angry to death. And that'll be it. That'll be my legacy. One line in the news, boop, gone. It won't get in the news. But the funny thing is that might be how my family would find out how I'm doing. Kind of like, can you be an abandoned 51-year-old by your family, abandoned at the curb, like a little waif? Anyway, I got this from Rob Walton. I cannot wait to read them. The Bloodlines. Look at that. I got these, and I'm going to have him on the show to talk about it. He previously sent me an ebook, and I tried to read it. I don't know. It's even harder to read comics on a screen. But this is volume 1. There are 3 volumes. They're on Amazon. I'm going to read this. I can't wait to read it. You know how slow of a reader I am. But then I also got this in the mail. It's also by Rob Walton, Scade. I think I'm saying it right. And this is a straight up book. This is got a lot of words in it. There's some illustrations. So I cannot wait to read this too. I'll probably read this before Bloodlines, and then I'll have the man on to answer for all of his sins and all of his writing stuff. So that's cool. Or Tyler Jones. Damn, is it Tyler Jones? Wait, I don't know if Tyler Jones ever attended a live. Stephen Dwayne Allison Jr. Did he? I interviewed him. He's appeared on the channel. Oh, Jeff, thank you for the Patreon shout out in your newsletter. Appreciate it. Did you get new Patreon patrons? That's the goal. Chad, if you didn't get it, then I'm going to fire Willow. I said, Willow, you write this section, and their patrons better skyrocket. So if you have 10 patrons and you get one more, that's 10%. That's a big jump. Oh, because if it didn't, yeah, of course, Chad. I'm like, I forgot basically a long time ago. A few weeks ago, Sir Mike Hughes signed up. Mike, I think he was on here the week after you interviewed him. Was he? I don't recall. He was here in December. Okay. I mean, I've talked to Tyler a lot. And when your brain is soup, you don't know where that happens. Like, it's like a big soup. You're right. He was on here. Yes, I remember now. Cheers. So we have 3 authors. 3 splendid authors. Chad, Philip, Tyler. Great writers. Great human beings. It's like, it makes you feel good. Really, it does. I'm done being angry, so now I'm being sentimental. It's sad. It's sad. I mean, that's pathetic. But you like to support good people. I mean, it's why that person unsubscribed from me. So, I understand. Yes, I did, Chad, you and Philip now, along with BJF and Nick Roberts. Those are my 4 Patreons. 1 week, I think. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Everybody needs to be a lot, huh? But no secret link for you. What does that tell you? Kidding. I don't know what you wrote. I don't know what you said. A lot, huh? But no secret link for you? Oh, yeah. No, I didn't get any secret link for me. No, you're right. It's like there's love and then there's love, Tyler Jones, Heavy Oceans is an awesome book. Barnes & Noble has a hardcover now. Yeah. Chad, I've yet to read your work. Do you have a particular title you recommend to people that are new to your stuff? When we get into this, it's fun. It's fun because I always tell people Cannibal Creator. Then I say How the Skin Sheds. But Of Foster Home and Flies and Skullface Boy were also awesome, but they're so different. And then there's the Slow Burn on Riverside. Oh, man. That was wild. Like, Chad, at the end of that book, Spinal Remains is awesome with the short works. It's all good, man. It's all good. Where to start, though? I don't know. How the Skin Sheds is incredible. But that's like the most extreme Chad Lutsky. Even more so than Cannibal Creator. Like, what's typical Chad Lutsky? I don't know. Let's see what Chad Lutsky says. Depends on what you're going for. I'm kind of all over the place, but a good gateway is probably either Stirring the Sheets or Of Foster Home and Flies. Now, Of Foster Homes and Flies was what started me reading Chad Lutsky. And yeah, I'll agree. That was a great one. Although, yeah, you didn't mention Skullface Boy, but I could see Of Foster Homes and Flies and Skullface Boy are sort of like, they're similar in a lot of ways, but they're great. TJ continues to impress me with each one of his I read. Midas was awesome. Heavy Oceans was awesome. Night of the Long Knives was awesome. Yeah, I read that. It's awesome. Yes. So definitely at least subscribe to the Tyler Jones newsletter. Give him a chance, give him a read. I can't imagine you'll be upset or disappointed, but I can't speak for everybody. There are people that read Bentley Little and like it, whatever. They're never going to win me over on that front. The Bedmakers upcoming, you need to read it, Jeff. Yeah, I will. I have to. There's so much Chad Lutzke I've missed out on that I have to. My favorite is Wormwood with Tim Meyer. It was my first Chad and Tim Meyer reads. Foster Holmes was great as well. Yeah, Foster Holmes and Flies. Yes, it was. Night of the Long Knives is fantastic. It is. It is. It's like, it's more thriller. It's not a thriller book, but it's more thriller than Midas. Yeah. So I mean, it's a great read. I loved it. Man, some of there's one part in that book that's like, dude, you went there. You did this. It was horrible. It's like the worst thing. It's like somebody's at a low point in their life, and then this thing happens that forces them to go lower. And it's just a scene that struck me. And it really is a turning point in the story. So I think Tyler Jones just nailed it. And I can't wait for that book to come out. You bet your ass I'll be buying it. Buying Freeze can go kiss my ass. Okay, I just read the CD update. Shits. Yeah. Yes. Oh, thank you, Jesse. What is Beef Daddy currently reading? I'm reading. She's. Okay. Here's the stack. Here's the stack. I am still reading Dune, but I plan on finishing it in June. Dune. I mean, I'm like really far. And then I am still picking at Spinal Remains and Advent. I seriously am still picking at them because you can dip out and in and out, and it's awesome. And then I'm reading Boy's Life. It's a book I didn't remember reading. I'm like, did I read it? Did I not? I'm rereading it, and it's like, yes, it's in there. It's in the old cortex or wherever books are stored in your brain. And I think that's probably if you're a neuroscientist or a brain surgeon, please don't fact check me. But wherever it's stored, I am vaguely remembering the lady and Moses and the bike, the death of a bike. There's so many things in there. It's a great read, man. I'm sorely overdue. But have you ever read a book that you've basically totally forgotten? It's been that long. It's crazy, and that's sort of what I'm dealing with this. I've enjoyed everything I've read by Tyler, but my favorite is the short he wrote called Trigger. I got to read that. What you're saying is there is a mystery, not a mission, in Night of the Long Knives. It actually has both. There is a mystery and a mission. I got Midas on the reading pile. How does he rate compared to Fracassi? I can't do that. I cannot. They are both okay. Midas and Boys in the Valley are both 5-star reads. And the funny thing, I was going to say it a minute ago with Night of the Long Knives, like Fracassi's Boys in the Valley pairs well with Midas, the same way Fracassi's Blue Butterfly. Yeah, that's a good one, Jeff. It's third person. It's a sickness. Just watch it unfold. This year, you're going to see a lot of sickness unfold. Blue Butterfly pairs well with Night of the Long Knives. Man, I'm a genius. But very comparable. and awesome reads. So I can't say one is better than the other, because that would be a definitive answer. I can't do it. Both are must read authors. So if you want to compare them to, yeah, there you go. Stephen Wellison Jr., I find them both equally readable, enjoyable. Midas is incredible, right up there with Fracassi, makes you feel it. Bingo. I like these thoughts. Just bought Stirring the Sheets to give it a try. Awesome. Tyler Jones is great compared to Fracassi. Really, he's brilliant. Fracassi is my number one, though. Boy's Life, hint, hint. Suntop announcement next week. I'll allow it. Jeff, are you reading in preparation for your interview with McCammon? Let me just say, I really wish I could interview McCammon. I really do. Can't remember what the collection is called. Tyler asked me to blurb it. Turn Up the Sun? Triggered is in Burn the Plans. Oh, okay. Was. I can't do that. Was. That's fine. Thanks, Mitch. I have that one. Okay, Trigger. Sorry. So, Jeff, are you just hating Dune? Your newsletter makes it seem so. If you really don't like it, why punish yourself to keep reading? No, it's not. I don't hate it. I think some of that language about Dune in my newsletter wasn't updated. I do like it. I do want to finish it. I really do want to see how this plays out. At least in the first book. I think it would be magic would have to happen in the last part of Dune to get me to want to read Dune Messiah or The God Emperor or Children of Dune or anything like that. Like, I would have to really, and who knows, maybe when I get back to it, I'll fall into it and I'll feel like I'm visiting old friends, maybe with enough time that goes by. I don't know. But I don't hate it. I need to reread Boy's Life. Like you, Jeff, I've forgotten just about everything about it, but it's been, 30? Yes. I mean, I've never had that. Where I don't know if I've read a book. Willow, what's the matter? Willow. Hey, can someone feed Willow? I think she needs to eat. I'm going to be getting off of this. Oh, I'm already over. Oh, I didn't have the reminder. It's been 2 weeks, We lose touch. We're not as sharp. Burn the Plans is a phenomenal collection. I have A Boy's Life on my dresser literally for months and haven't picked it up. Just finished Daphne. Just got home to try it, to find a spin of black yarn from Barnes & Noble, but they didn't have it in stock. Jesse, did you like Daphne? Spin of Black Yarn, I got that from VJ, I think. Did Anya get to Robbie Mack? No. Did Anya get to Robbie Mack? To Bobby Mack? Yeah, she told him not to do it. She told him, don't do an interview. Don't do it. Free baseball. I think Dune Messiah has many of the characteristics you don't like about Dune. I'm sorry to say, Jeff. I was late. Huzzah, producer Jill. It's been 2 weeks. You owe extra time. See how that works? Let me just see what else I have to talk about. Oh, PS Publishing is doing 11/22/63, it looks like. That's the rumor. They're showing art from Francois Villancourt. So it looks great. Will Beef Daddy get it? I know it's going to be a title everybody's going to want. And I have all the other 30 other ones. Not all of them. I don't have a bunch, but I have the last 5. So anyway, the PS Publishing is teasing hard art from 11/22/63. So that's that. That's that. If you want it, get it. Be on the lookout. Subscribe. Won't be buying that. Yeah, and it's like that's one that should be a no-brainer for Beef Daddy to pass on, because I sort of panned it. I said it has a flabby middle, didn't dig it. And then yet PS is going to do a limited of it. So it's like, oh, well, maybe I got it. No, unless King signs it and I could sell it for $3,000, I ain't going to do it. Also, not in the buy budget. Yeah. And I think that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to tap out, peace out, say, I was going to show you my tarot decks. That isn't a tarot card, but the Aleister Crowley and Rider-Waite tarot decks. I was going to show them to you, but now I'm not. I guess I did show them to you. Are they going in any kind of order or just skipping around his back catalog? Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I would be jazzed if it was Doomickey. I like that book. I would love to read that as a limited PS. But, it's like, I don't know how they're picking the books. They are just dipping in and out. I'll buy it and think about you when I read it. Well, I hope you get it, Mark. I really do. I hope everybody who loves that book gets it. The Hulu series is so much better than the book. PS Kings are not on my list either. I had that yellow deck years ago. The Rider-Waite tarot is the most common tarot people have. This, the Aleister Crowley tarot deck, is one of the most beautiful. I had the funny story is my aunt, who'd since passed, gave me this deck ages ago, and there was a fire in my house, in my room, and this was sitting on a shelf. I had 2 milk crates stacked up that I was using as a nightstand because I was a kid. I was a teenager. I was cool. And I lit a candle and I went to bed and the candle burned down and the whole thing went up in flames. I was sleeping there inches away from flames. I woke up. My dad kicked the door in, came in the room, picked up the milk crate nightstand, shoved it through the screen in my window next to the bed and threw the whole flaming mess out into the gangway between our house and our neighbor's house. And the carpet had wax or it had burnt plastic in a footprint where the milk crate nightstand used to be, because the whole thing was melted. And my dad just picked it up and shoved it. He opened the window. He couldn't even take the screen out. He just picked up this flaming plastic ball and shoved it through. Everything tumbled. This deck was in that nightstand and everything around it was destroyed, but this was untouched. I mean, I did tape it together. The box kind of came undone, but this was the only thing that didn't even get singed in that blaze. It was pretty wild. Pretty wild, Mr. Crowley. Can you talk about books that you weren't too keen on reading or hate? I see you have a collection of books. How can you keep up with so many books? It can be scary to miss out. That's the problem. It can be scary to miss out, and you shouldn't let that dominate what you buy, what you read. The books I couldn't stand are CJ Tudor books. I usually don't like to do that because you got to be picky about who you read and who you buy, especially now. But CJ Tudor was just bad. And then Bentley Little was bad. So I was not keen on those. And I did sell my CJ Tudor books. I had signed 2 signed limited editions of CJ Tudors, sold them. Somebody just recently posted on the CD forum their top 10 reads of last year. This person read 50 books, and CJ Tudor was one of them. I'm like, what? Low standards, I guess. But yeah. Well, hi, Derek, anyway. Anyone get the Zagava tarot deck? That would be awesome. I wanted to. I saw that. Zagava does beautiful printing. And I asked Paul Suntup for a tarot deck. I want to design a Big Lebowski tarot deck. So I didn't get it, though, obviously. Don't be scared, Derek. FOMO is a road to budgetary ruin. Yes. Good point. I have about 30 tarot decks. I love them. We also have a Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck floating around. Daphne was all right, 100 times better than Marla. Whoa. It's my first Jans and last Jans. I really want to try Ghoul in the Cape. 700 pages. I need a chunky book to read soon. Jesse, you didn't like Marla? I mean, I sent you Marla. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Dude. Oh. Yeah, I didn't. I mean, that's why I traded it with you for. You could be able to sell that book for at least 150, Jesse. Yeah, I will start chugging, but I'm on overtime. I'm going to be getting going. And tastes are different. Some people have good taste, and some people read CJ Tudor. If you're wondering why I hate CJ Tudor, go to Goodreads, read my review of The Hiding Place. Oh, yes. So, production note from producer Jill. We might start doing some random lives during the week, or maybe not so random lives. Maybe they'll be scheduled. I'm going to start doing like midday lives. I don't know. We got a lot going on back here in Jeff Word world. You know, I'm just letting you know. So keep an eye out for that. So yeah, I'm sorry, Jesse. I'm sorry you didn't like Marla. I was hoping you would love it. Ghoul is a great chunky book. Ghoul is awesome. I love Ghoul. Love Ghoul. Oh my God. I just got tickles in my heart. Well, that's probably because of the blood pressure and the ranting. But I just got tickles in my heart thinking I have a character edition with my initials in the limitation. Oh, that's a joy. I'm going to ride that joy for a little while. Going to tackle Lonesome Dove this year. You read it, Jeff? I did not read it. I want to read it because so many people love that book. I should read it. And some people may have good taste that doesn't match your taste. Good point, Jason. But CJ Tudor should not match anybody's taste. I'm sorry. That's mean. Oh my God, Lonesome Dove is amazing. I have 2 extra copies of Ghoul I will sell or trade. Oh, and that's a shame. That's a shame, man. That there is it's a shame that Ghoul hasn't gotten the reception it deserves, in my opinion. I might just pull the trigger and buy the book. Love Lonesome Dove. Yeah, a lot of people do. A lot of people have asked Suntub to do it. McMurdy is so dang good at character development. God damn it. Why haven't I read Lonesome Dove yet, Jill? Jill said she forbids it. Ghoul is another I plan to for this year. Yeah, please do. Please do. I loved Ghoul in the Cape. Will Buddy read Dove? Chad, I'm down for it. Chad? Well, I will read Dune first, but at some point, Chad, please seriously hit me up when you think you're going to read Lonesome Dove. I will read it and we will do a buddy review of it where we will talk to people about it. Let's do that. Let's do that. It's not what the story is about. The writing in Lonesome Dove is that addictive kind. Oh, God, you guys, Jeff, you'll like Lonesome Dove. It's almost as awesome as Dune. If I've learned anything from collecting, it's that for big titles like Lonesome Dove, when it comes out, Folio will also do a version. Maybe announce first. They usually follow anniversaries. Yeah. All 4 books in the Lonesome Dove books are difficult to put down. You fall in love with these people. Oh, that's so awesome, Hans. Let's do it. Finish walking through the sludgy mire of Dune and let me know. I will, Chad. Yeah. I'm going to do a buddy read with Chad on Lonesome Dove. Are you reading Dune? You've had a lot of time to catch up to me in Dune. You've had a lot of time. You have a lot of time. read read Lonesome Dove years ago. I think it was a senior in high school. 1986, maybe. Is it that old? Damn. um, let's see. I think I've talked about everything. Oh yeah, so we talked about the Oracle arc, but the only thing I didn't talk about, which I didn't even do my homework on, was it looks like Chris Webster was talking in all the groups about how Zuckerberg is kicking groups out for copyright infringement, and that the Rare King group got just annihilated, closed up shop because there were too many violations of copyright infringement. And Chris Webster was thinking that perhaps it's because people are sharing links, but I don't see why that would flag anybody. You're sharing links. It's not like you're stating this is my stuff. You're saying, hey, look at this that this other person posted. So it doesn't make sense. But anyway, that was on the docket. And, it's kind of topical. For instance, Folio just announced No Country for Old Men. I would bet dollars to donuts that they will. Well, they're not the only one to do it. I bet you're right, Stephen Dwayne Allison Jr. Dollars to donuts. About that copyright BS, it didn't happen to Books of Horror. I know. So, what is the deal? I'm rapidly losing hope that we will ever get the Jeff Jill's side-by-side review of Dune. We were promised. Emphasis on we were promised. He's saying side-by-side review. Oh, she's saying that was never promised. Might have been promised by me. Hey, Jill, what did you think of Dune? I think you're an asshole. No, the book Dune. I still think you're an asshole. Okay, but let's talk about Dune. Why am I on camera? That sort of thing. That ship has sailed, says Stephen Dwayne Allison Jr. Producer Jill has excuses. She can give them on camera. Yes. Hear, hear. Hear, hear, Hans. Yes. Cheers. And with that, I'm going to end on a win note. I went an hour 52 minutes today. Hour 52. So look out for random lives. Hop on if you want. She can't have her huzzahs and eat them too. So look out for random lives. Look out for more. I hope it's a good year, guys. I hope you all have a great year. Seriously, I want everybody to have a great year. Let's have fun. Let's be happy. Let's be good to each other. You know what? I'm even crazy enough to hope Cemetery Dance thrives in 2024. Some crazy twist of fate happens, and all the customers get their books, all the authors get paid, all the printers get their money. Like everything works out and everybody thrives and succeeds. I don't think it has to be a zero-sum game. Want everybody to win. Can't we all win? I know that's naive. That was Jeff's version of the Bender solo speech from Breakfast Club. No, Dad. That was a quick 2 hours. Oh, aren't they all? It's great. It's great. Thanks for hosting, Jeff. I've been sick with a cold the last couple of days, so this was a nice and needed respite. I say respite from laying around and feeling cool. I'm glad. I know you usually have to run to get dinner, or you're driving and you're about to go off the road, Ron. Those are your two states of being. So I'm glad I was able to, because it's fun to get back into it and to talk books. And I'm glad you were here. So I'm glad you were all here. All of you. Hope everyone has a great week. Hope everyone, man, I missed these shows the last 2 weeks. Oh, thank you, Kevin. Yeah. Nighty night, everyone. Have a good week. Be good to each other. Like, let's have fun and be nice and try to forget the world for a little while. Just Be good. Just be good. All right. Well, good night, everyone. Good night. Be special. Be special.